And that is Proverbs 19 verse 21. And you read this verse with your hand lifted up. Proverbs 19:21 from the NIV. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Well, in the school of purpose, there are 3 departments. One, personal purpose, demonic or devil's purpose, and God's purpose. Of the 3 departments in the school of purpose, the strongest and the most potent of them is God's purpose. Some of you must have purported in your heart that this is where I am going to, and when I get there, this is what I will do, and this is what I'm going to get. Nothing is wrong with that. But God's purpose is what will prevail. And that is why every time you cry to God for something, and it seems that thing didn't come as at the time you needed it, don't lose faith. Because the answers from God, they are in 3 dimensions also. Yes is an answer. No is an answer. Not yet is also an answer. God knows when to release a particular blessing to come your way. And if you are not matured enough to enjoy certain blessings, God may ask you to wait until you come to a point where you can handle it, and that blessing will not become a problem to you. Look at all our young men in church here. Some of them may be craving, I need money, I want to hammer. Is it not so? Let's say legitimately, not by fraud. God now gave 1 billion to a young man of 28 years, 30 years. It will take God's grace for his senses to be correct, because his brain will be swimming. I will thinking what and what I can do, fast lane in life and all that. Before you know, he has destroyed himself. So spiritual maturity, sometimes God look at us to know when and when to release certain blessings. So when God said wait, don't lose heart. When God said no to this particular one, don't be angry. But when God said yes, be happy. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. So life success is when God's purpose prevails over man's plan. True success is when God's purpose prevails over man's plan. Man's plan is vestigial in nature, because we are myopic spiritually. We don't see too far, and the God you serve is already in the future you are aiming to get to. So he knows the way through the wilderness, he knows the way through the big rivers and the sea, he knows the way through the dangerous terrain you decide to chart in your quest of better life. So God knows everything. Nothing is hidden from him. So when God says that it is my purpose that we prevail and not your plan, it's not trying to punish you, but it's trying to align you with the truth of his word so that you can be truly blessed. And that's why the Bible says the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich and added no sorrow. Do you know why? Because the blessing the Lord will release for you by virtue of his endorsement of your request, there are blessings that will stick and stay with you for a lifetime. Can I hear amen? A wise man, one of the teachers in this age called Rick Warrens, made 2 profound statements, and I read them to your hearing. One, Rick Warrens said, the greatest tragedy is not death, but life without purpose. A life without purpose is a greater tragedy compared to physical demise or death. Number two, he went further and said, it is not about you. The purpose of your life is far greater than your own personal fulfillment, your peace of mind, or even your happiness. It is far greater than your family, your career, or even your wildest dreams and ambition. So when you talk about God's purpose for you, God this morning is rightly positioning you for purpose. And when you come to that point, life become easy and you sweat less to get what you want, because once it is a due time for you and God said yes, it is right time to release it for Edward, it is not about me, it is all about who? About God. It's not about you, it's not about me, it's all about God. God knoweth when that blessing to come. Let me read for you here from Ephesians, or no, the book of Esther rather, Esther chapter 4 verse number 14. I read it from the Amplified Bible, Esther 4:14. It said, if you remain silent, Mordecai was talking to Esther, if you remain silent at this time, liberation and rescue will arise from the Jews from another place, and you and your father's house will perish, since you did not help when you had the chance. And who knows whether you have attained royalty for such a time as this, for this very purpose. Now Esther came into the king's house, or into the palace as a slave girl, and then is Mordecai, a Jew that is being attacked, oppressed, and his blessing subtracted, came to Esther and said, I heard in the window that they are planning to kill us. You are now in the palace, rise up and do the needful. And Esther was trying to talk to him and said, no. If you don't rise up, God will raise up head from another quarter. Can I tell you this? May stone not cry out in your place. Oh, did you understand what you said? Lift up your voice and say, stones will not cry out in my place. What God wants me to do, I will do it at the right time. Clap your hand and celebrate Jesus.